Welcome to YouTube channel Linga Reddy Chemistry J-NEET Electrochemistry PYQs 2019 we are going to discuss now. Question number 1. Given cobalt 3 plus taking 1 electron and forming cobalt 2 plus, of course it is a reduction reaction. The reducing potential value is 1.81, here 1.67, 1.61, 0.2. These values are explaining here the tendency of gaining the electron here. It's not electron negativity, but we can understand that the ability of taking the electron 1.8 times greater than the hydrogen electrode. Suppose H plus is there, taking one electron and forming hydrogen. Okay, this value is taken as E naught value is 0. This E naught value is 0. Okay, so compared to this hydrogen taking tendency, this cobalt 3 plus taking tendency is 1.81 times. Now here the question is, oxidizing power of the species will increase in order. See, oxidizing power means the electron taking tendency. Suppose here X element is there, so Y. So the X is taking electron from the Y. That means here X is getting minus charge and Y is getting plus charge. So Y is getting oxidation. So the oxidation, Y oxidized because of the X. That's why the X is called oxidizing agent. X is called oxidizing agent. The oxidizing power is directly proportional to the electron taking tendency. Okay. Now you can see here electron taking tendency सबसे highest किसका है? Cobalt plus 3 is highest. See, cobalt plus 3 is highest, means this is the answer. Next, lowest किसका? Bismuth plus 3, lowest electron taking tendency. So your answer will be B. Understood the concept? Electron taking tendency, if strongly, more effectively taking electron means that is stronger oxidizing agent. Stronger oxidizing agent. Okay. So cobalt 3 plus is stronger oxidizing agent, bismuth 3 plus is least oxidizing agent. So your answer will be B. Understood? Concept is important here. If you understand the concept, you can solve so many questions based on this concept asking every time, every year. Question number 2. A solution of nickel nitrate is electrolyzed between platinum electrodes using 0.1 Faraday electricity. How many moles of nickel will be deposited at the cathode? See, very simple method I will explain you. Here nickel plus 2 is forming into nickel. How many electrons required here? Of course 2 electrons required. Okay, if you give 2 farad charge, how many moles of nickel you will get it? 1 mole nickel you will get it. This is the common basic thing. If you get here 1 mole of nickel plus 2 is there, it is receiving 2 moles of electrons, 2 moles of electrons, getting 1 mole of nickel. This is the common basic point, right? Now, suppose if you give only 1 mole of electrons, if you give only 1 mole of electron, that means 1 farad if you will get it, if you will give, how much it will be forming? 0.5 mole nickel will be deposited if you provide 1 farad, right? If you provide only 0.1 farad, if you provide only 0.1 farad, obviously 0.05 moles nickel will be deposited. Very simple. Just cross multiplication comparison. Each nickel plus 2 required 2 electrons. If you want 1 mole of nickel, you need 2 moles of electron, that is called 2 farad. Okay, here one point you have to know that 1 farad equal to 1 mole electrons, 1 mole electron charge. But this is the hint point here. Over 2 farad में 1 mole you will get it, 1 farad में half mole you will get it, 0.1 farad में 0.05 mole of nickel you will get it. So your answer will be D. Next. Question number 3. Calculate the standard cell potential in volt of the cell in which of the following reaction takes place. Here Fe2 plus converting into Fe3 plus, that means here oxidation. Next Ag plus is converting into Ag, that means reduction. Right. So here the question is asking E0 cell of Fe2 plus to Fe3 plus, we have to know. So what is this? If you know this one, we can write it, calculate the standard cell potential of the cell. Okay, that means here we have to calculate E0 cell equal E cathode minus E anode. That means reduction reaction minus oxidation reaction. E reduction, what is that? Ag plus 2Ag minus E Fe2 plus to Fe3 plus. This value we have to calculate. So Ag plus 2Ag already is given, x volt. Okay, minus this value you have to calculate, x volt, right? Now for that we have to take Fe2 plus 2, Fe plus 3. There is no direct here. Fe2 plus 2, Fe is there, Fe3 plus 2, Fe is there. So you calculate here the delta G value. Delta G equal to minus NF E0. Delta G naught value equal to. Okay, according to this, so delta G naught for this, here how many electrons are changing? 2 electrons. Here N means number of electrons. So minus 2 Fe0 to F. E0 value is YV, Y volt. Okay, this is the second one. Next, for this I am changing the color here. Again delta G naught equal, here how many electrons? 3 electrons are there. So minus 3 farad and Z volt. Now come to the main question here. We need that Fe plus 2 to Fe plus 3, right? Here is given that Fe2 plus 2 Fe is given and taking 2 electrons, right? Dusra Fe3 plus taking 3 electron given Fe, right? Equation number 1 and equation number 2. But we required Fe2 plus 2, Fe3 plus we required. Here plus 1 electron. This is the star mark equation. We require this one. Okay. Now equation 1 minus 2 if I do, equation 1 minus 2 if I do, I will get it same equation. Fe2 plus, see, minus minus minus, these two get cancelled. Here minus 1 electron, then minus Fe3 plus equal to 0. Just mathematical equation, you have to solve that. So I can write in the next step Fe2 plus is gives rise to Fe3 plus 1 electron. Okay, so what we required, that star equation, we got it. So for that, what we had to do, equation 1 minus 2. 1 minus 2. Therefore, equation 1 का वैल्यू क्या था? minus 2f y volt minus 3f z volt. Okay, this is the value of this equation. Now what we can do, the common here, farad we can do the common, and volt also we can do the common. So minus 2y, minus into minus, plus 3z, farad and volt we can take the common. Okay, now 2y minus z. Okay, just this value, the star mark value, you have to substitute here. xv minus, see minus already is there, so minus into minus plus 2y होगा. xv means x volt, तो वोल्ट तो कॉमन कर सकते, x plus 2y, x plus 2y minus 3z, so your answer will be A. Are you getting? So ये वैल्यू है ना, x वोल्ट माइनस ऑफ 2y प्लस 3z, वो माइनस इंटू माइनस प्लस हो जाएगा, माइनस इंटू प्लस माइनस हो जाएगा, सो योर आंसर विल बी A. x plus 2y minus 3z. Are you getting? You can pause the video and you can try your own, you will get it. So here we are applying the main concept, Gibbs free energy, delta Z naught we are applying. Okay, right. Next, fourth question. Given that oxygen is changing into O minus 2, reduction potential value plus 1.23, sulfur 2.05, bromine here plus 1.09, auric plus 32, rm plus 1.4. The oxidizing, the strongest oxidizing agent, same concept I explained you. Oxidizing agent मतलब क्या होता है बेटा? X and Y में the electron taking tendency ज़्यादा है तो oxidizing power ज़्यादा है. Strongest oxidizing agent, you can see here 1.2. Okay, here 2.05 is there. 2.05 means obviously this one has the strongest oxidizing agent. Okay, if you want the answer order, I am giving number 1, 2, 3, 4 में oxidizing agent order is obviously 2 is the highest, then 1.23, 1.4 means 4, then 1 least, okay, 2 highest, then 1.4, that's why 4, then 1.23, then 1.09, right? Okay, like this. Simple concept, oxidizing agent, and sometimes they ask the reducing agent, so it's the opposite. Next, consider the following reduction process. See, these all are undergoing reduction. So ये value क्या है? This value is telling about electron taking tendency. See, electron taking tendency positive है तो exactly electron taking tendency, but here negative is there means more negative value indicates losing electrons. Instead of taking, losing electron ability, or tendency we can say. So which can lose electron easily? See, more negative कौन है? -2.87. See, we know that in generally first group and second group elements are easily losing electrons, good reducing agents. Okay, first of all you have to know that reducing agent मतलब क्या है. See, A and B is there. A is donating electrons to B, then A forming A plus, B forming B minus. So here B is undergoing reduction, right? ये B undergoing reduction मतलब reason कौन है? A. इसलिए A को बोलते reducing agent. A is called reducing agent. So what it is doing? Electron losing. Which can lose electron easily, those are stronger reducing agent. Now we know the according to general concept also, calcium and magnesium second group element, these are good reducing agents. Among these -2.87, electron taking tendency this much lower, मतलब donating capacity ज़्यादा है. So calcium is electron donating easily. Calcium. So that is stronger reducing agent. So calcium दोनों में ज़्यादा है, ठीक है. Now electron taking tendency किसका ज़्यादा है? See 0.7. See nickel has more tendency to take the electron. To take the electron more tendency is there. So reducing character के लिए क्या चाहिए? Losing tendency ज़्यादा होना चाहिए. Losing tendency ज़्यादा है तो good reducing agent. But nickel is electron taking. It is not losing indirectly. It is not ready to lose. So nickel has least reducing character, least reducing power. So your answer will be B. Understood? See, reducing power and oxidizing power means concept is important. Here A is called reducing agent, B is called oxidizing agent. Okay, reducing agent को ये character होना चाहिए. It can lose electron freely, easily, efficiently. Okay, those are good reducing agents, strong reducing agents. Okay, calcium is stronger than magnesium, then zinc, then nickel. Zinc and nickel में एक बार check करो. 0.7, 0.2. Okay, 0.2 means your more taking tendency is there. That means losing character is very less. That's why reducing character is very less. Right? Next. The anodic half cell of lead acid battery is recharged using electricity of 0.05 farad. The amount of lead sulfate electrolyzed in gram during the process is. See, first of all, here lead sulfate is there. The lead sulfate may lead +2 and sulfate -2. Right? This lead +2 taking 2 electrons and forming lead. Okay. Now the question is how much lead sulfate is electrolyzed, right? So see, by taking 2 farad current, 1 mole of lead sulfate will be electrolyzed. 1 mole. For 1 mole के लिए we need 2 farad current. ठीक है? Now you tell me 1 mole के लिए what does that mean? 303 gram. Okay, just cross multiplication type. For 2 farads, 303 gram of lead sulfate will be electrolyzing. So for 1 farad, how much? 303 by 2 grams will be electrolyzed. For 0.5 इसमें आधा, that means 303 by 4 then 0.05 farad में means 10 times. That means 303 by 40. Yes, just a simple calculations. So if I cut the 0, then I keep it 30.3, then 4 table. 4 sevens are 28. That means approximately 7.6 is your answer. Very simple, within 1 minute you can do. Just you have to know that here electrolysis में क्या होता है. Okay, electrolysis type reaction. At anode oxidation reaction, at cathode reduction reaction. Here clear cut is given that while this much of charge is sending through the electrolyte, so obviously lead is forming. Okay, so for each lead particle 2 electrons required. If you provide 2 farad charge, 1 mole you will get it, but we are providing only 0.05. Then simple calculation I did here. 2 farad में 303 gram of lead sulfate will be electrolyzed. Okay, it is forming 1 mole lead. 1 mole lead is forming. Okay, if I provide you only 1 farad, उसमें आधा होगा. Then again half means by 4. Again by 10 times means 7.6. Simple calculation, cross multiplication questions. Okay, thank you. In the next video we will discuss 2018 questions. Bye bye. Watch the video, like the video, comment it and subscribe the channel. Thank you.